Thank you, Father. The House will come to order. Please join Representative Doherty in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge
Mr. Schiebel, please call the roll.
Representatives Amabile, Bacon, Representative Bacon's excused. Baisley, Benavidez, Burnett, Byrd, Representative Byrd is here. Bockenfeld, Basenecker, Bradfield, Caraveo, Carver, Catlin, Cutter, Rep. Cutter's present. Doherty, Duran, Esgar, Exum, Froelich, Geithner. Rep. Geithner is excused. Gonzalez Gutierrez. Gonzalez Gutierrez is excused. Gray. Hanks. Herod. Holtorf. Hooten.
here.
Judah. Kennedy. Kipp. Larson. Lindsay. Wantine. Luck. Lynch. McCluskey. McCormick. McKean. McLaughlin. Michelson Janae.
Present.
Mullica. Neville. Ortiz.
Here.
Pelton. Pico. Ransom. Rich. Ricks.
Here.
Roberts. Sandridge. Sirota is present. Snyder. Soper.
Here.
Sullivan. Tipper. Titone. Valdez A.
Here.
Valdez D. Van Beber.
Here.
Van Winkle. Weissman. Will. Williams.
Here.
Woodrow. Woog. Young. Mr. Speaker.
(62 present, 3 excused). We have a quorum. Representative Lindsay.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the Journal of Monday, March 28, 2022 be approved as corrected by the Chief Clerk.
Members, you have heard the motion that the journal be approved as corrected by the Chief Clerk. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no.
No.
Ayes have it. The motion is approved. Announcements and introductions. I have one. Representative Kennedy will replace Representative Michelson Janae on Public and Behavioral Health and Human Services for today only. Further announcements and introductions. Representative Michelson Janae.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have submitted a request and been approved to be absent for part of tomorrow, Wednesday.
So approved. Representative Soper.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I've requested and been approved by the minority and majority leader to be absent on Friday and excused.
So approved. Representative McLaughlin.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Education Committee, we have no meeting tomorrow, and on Thursday we have two bills, 1019 and 1310. We'll see you soon.
Representative Beasley.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Hey, folks,
Hold on,
it's
Representative
an
Beasley.
emergency medical services.
Members, please direct your attention to the well. Representative Beasley.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It is Emergency Medical Services Day today. There's a Capitol legislative reception at the University Club this evening, 5 to 8:30 p.m. All are invited, so hope to see you there. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Representative Exum.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Speaker. House Transportation and Local Government Committee, we have one bill this afternoon, House Bill 1304 with Representative Roberts and Bradfield. Thank you.
Representative Sirota. And if you could, just please tell as much as you know, because I've been...
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It was really a fun and special weekend, and happy to chat with anybody if you want to hear what we did. But also, Public and Behavioral Health and Human Services is meeting at 1:30 in room 112 to hear House Bill 1307, Senate Bill 143, House Bill 1302, and House Bill 1303.
Representative Weissman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Judiciary members, we have a light calendar today. There are 3 bills on our agenda: Senate Bill 100, House Bill 1210, Senate Bill 103. We will be in the big room, aka Old State Library, across the way at 1:30. See you there. Thanks.
Representative D. Valdez.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As we're still acknowledging Women's History Month, I just want to acknowledge Superintendent from D60, Charlotte Macaluso, who continues to grow, but also keep our students thriving with opportunities now and every single day. So I just want to acknowledge Charlotte Macaluso from D60 in Pueblo. Thank you.
Like I'm going to get screwed.
Further announcements and or introductions. Representative Holtorf.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I'm going to ask all the veterans to come down here. This is a very important day for those of us that have served our country. Least we forget a very important day. If you're a veteran, I'd like to ask you to come down here. If you served during the Vietnam War area, I'd especially like you to come down here, please. Yep. I have an announcement today, Mr. Speaker, that is National Vietnam War Veterans Day. I know that oftentimes we overlook in the rigors of our lives and what we do in our civilian world, we oftentimes overlook the contributions of those made in the past in the wars of the past. Today we commemorate those who fought in the Vietnam War on National Vietnam War Veterans Day, March 29th. There is no doubt that the Vietnam War was one of the most brutal. In fact, over 3 million people were killed during the 20 years that it went on. It was known as the Second Indochina War to Americans and considered its long fighting time and brutality. National Vietnam War Veterans Day was created to honor all the men and women who fought during its time. And as if you know in our history, those veterans that came back from Vietnam were greatly disrespected. It doesn't matter if you agree with your national policy or not. That's an issue you take up with the policy makers. Those are civilians. Because the military swears an oath to the Constitution and to follow the orders of those appointed over them, and the commander-in-chief is a civilian elected as the President of the United States. Now, for those of us veterans that are here or family members of veterans, we understand the importance of that because you raise your right hand and you sign a contract in blood that says, I will give my life. Now, I used to tell troops a long time ago, and I haven't been in uniform for quite a long time, I used to say this when we were in the breach. I would say, it is not ours to question why. It is ours to do or die. Period. Now, you have to think about that a little bit because that is that contract in blood. Today, I ask my colleagues here to help me honor National Vietnam War Veterans Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Holtorf. Are there additional announcements and introductions? Representative Hanks.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I just wanted to add and echo Representative Holtorf's comments. I joined the service in 1984, well after the Vietnam War, but there were still Vietnam vets in service. In fact, my Arabic language instructor was a Vietnamese linguist in the war. And Chief Weber, thanks for your service. All the men and women that served in Vietnam, I appreciated your mentorship during my early formative years in the military. So God bless you all. Thank you.
Representative Neville.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yes, members, the Vietnam veterans. So when I came back from Iraq, we came back to a hero's welcome. And the first people that were greeted us and were cheering us when we arrived back were the Vietnam veterans, who did not get that same welcome. And so these guys, they could have sat back and sulked and just been bitter at their nation, but instead they were agents of change when they came back. And for that reason, they have a very special place in my heart, and I've made promises to them, and I'll continue to make this promise, that I will continue that legacy forward and making sure that when our troops do arrive back home, we give them that same hero's welcome regardless of the policy.
Thank you, Representative Neville. Minority Leader McKean.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. And to that end, every year this year, I think we should be reminded that those Vietnam vets you know, those Vietnam vets in your community, tell them welcome home. Welcome home. It means more to them to remind them that you remember and that you welcome them home, as Representative Neville was talking about.
Representative Byrd.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I am not a veteran, but my father served in the Vietnam War. He enlisted right after he graduated from high school, and he, in fact, spent his 19th birthday in Con Thien. And it was the honor of his life to serve. And his identity as having been part of the United States Marine Corps was something he never dropped. It was always part of who he was. In fact, it's how he woke me and my sister up every morning. And his love of country, love of service, he instilled that in all of us. I'm forever grateful for his service and for all of his colleagues.
Thank you, Representative Byrd. Further announcements and introductions? Seeing none, the next order of business is third reading of bills, final passage. Mr. Shebel, please read the title to House Bill 1031.
House Bill 1031 by Representatives Titone and Ortiz, also Senators Zenzinger and Cook, concerning a requirement that a powered wheelchair manufacturer facilitate the repair of its powered wheelchairs by providing certain other persons with the resources needed to repair the manufacturer's powered wheelchairs.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1031 on third reading.
Question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1031 on third reading and final passage. See no further discussion. Mr. Shebel, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. For those participating online, Representative Williams, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Williams votes no. Representative Van Beber, how do you vote?
Sorry about that. Yes.
Representative Van Beber votes yes. Representative Soper, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Soper votes no. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative A. Valdez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative A. Valdez votes yes. Representative Hooten, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Hooten votes yes. Representative Michelson-Janae, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Michelson-Janae votes yes. Please close the machine. With 44 aye votes, 21 no votes, and 0 excused, House Bill 1031 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Representative Hooten, Ricks, A. Valdez, Michelson-Janae, co-sponsor. Please close the machine. Mr. Shebel, please read the title to House Bill 1253.
House Bill 1253 by Representative Ortiz, also Senator Danielson, concerning the provision of adaptive equipment in rental motor vehicles.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move House Bill 1253 on third reading, final passage.
Question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1253 on third reading and final passage. See no further discussion. Mr. Shebel, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Williams, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Williams votes no. Representative Van Beber, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Van Beber votes no. Representative Soper, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Soper votes no. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative A. Valdez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative A. Valdez votes yes. Representative Hooten, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Hooten votes yes. Representative Michelson-Janae, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Michelson-Janae votes yes. Please close the machine. With 42 aye votes, 23 no votes, and 0 excused, House Bill 1253 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Representative Hooten, Michelson-Janae, Ricks, co-sponsor. Please close the machine. Mr. Shebel, please read the title to Senate Bill 34.
Senate Bill 34 by Senators Kolker and Priola, also Representatives Byrd and Sandridge, concerning measures to counteract the filing of fraudulent business documents with the Secretary of State.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move Senate Bill 34 on third reading, final passage.
Representative Byrd.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that Senate Bill 34 be referred back to second reading for purpose of consideration of a substantial amendment.
We need to, I think we need to create a new noise for that. So whatever you guys want to do. But Representative Sandridge.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think this is sometimes making legislation can be a bumpy ride, and we got to get it right with all the stakeholders. Instead of rushing it, we want to just double check a few things. So I think this is a wise choice.
I
That's for an aye vote.
I appreciate that, Representative Sandridge. Members, this is a recorded vote. The question before us is the motion to refer Senate Bill 34 back to second reading to consider a substantial amendment. Mr. Shebel, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Williams, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Williams votes yes. Representative Van Beber, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Van Beber votes yes. Representative Soper, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Soper votes no. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative A. Valdez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative A. Valdez votes yes. Representative Hooten, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Hooten votes yes. Representative Michelson Janae, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Michelson Janae votes yes. Please close the machine. With 59 aye votes, 6 no votes, and 0 excuse, the motion to refer Senate Bill 34 back to second reading is passed. Mr. Shebel, please read the title of Senate Bill 142.
141.
Sorry, Senate Bill 141.
Senate Bill 141 by Senators Moreno and Kirkmeyer, also Representatives Lynch and Valdez D, concerning making non-substantive changes to Title 43.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move Senate Bill 141 on third reading, final passage.
Question before us is the adoption of Senate Bill 141 on third reading and final passage. Mr. Shebel, please open. Seeing no further discussion, Mr. Shebel, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Williams, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Williams votes yes. Representative Van Beber, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Van Beber votes yes. Representative Soper, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Soper votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative A. Valdez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative A. Valdez votes yes. Representative Hooten, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Hooten votes yes. Representative Michelson Janae, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Michelson Janae votes yes. Please close the machine. With 64 aye votes, 1 no vote, and 0 excuse, Senate Bill 141 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Representative A. Valdez, co-sponsor. Please close the machine. Mr. Shebel, please read the title, Senate Bill 142.
Senate Bill 142 by Senators Woodward and Zenzinger, also Representatives Pico and Lynch, concerning the repeal of the Municipal Bond Supervision Advisory Board.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move Senate Bill 142 on third reading, final passage.
The question before us is the adoption of Senate Bill 142 on third reading and final passage. Seeing no further discussion, Mr. Shebel, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Williams, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Williams votes yes. Representative Van Beber, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Van Beber votes yes. Representative Soper, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Soper votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative A. Valdez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative A. Valdez votes yes. Representative Hooten, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Hooten votes yes. Representative Michelson Janae, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Michelson Janae votes yes. Please close the machine. With 62 aye votes, 3 no votes, and 0 excuse, Senate Bill 142 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Representative Ricks, co-sponsor. Please close the machine. Mr. Shebel, please read the title of House Bill 1280.
House Bill 1280 by Representatives Snyder and Exum, also Senators Lundin and Lee, concerning changing the name of Pikes Peak Community College to Pikes Peak State College.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move House Bill 1280 on third reading, final passage.
Question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1280 on third reading and final passage. See no further discussion. Mr. Shebel, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Williams, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Williams votes yes. Representative Van Beber, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Van Beber votes yes. Representative Soper, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Soper votes no. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative A. Valdez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative A. Valdez votes yes. Representative Hooten, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Hooten votes yes. Representative Michelson Janae, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Michelson Janae votes yes. Please close the machine. With 64 aye votes, 1 no vote, and 0 excuse, House Bill 1280 is adopted. Co-sponsors. And members, let's keep it down. We are on third reading. Third reading. Representative Michelson Janae, co-sponsor. Not shoe. Please close the machine. Mr. Shebo, please read the title of the Senate Bill 137.
Senate Bill 137 by Senators Zenzinger and Quorum, also Representatives McLaughlin and Young, concerning measures related to the transitional return to standard education accountability.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move Senate Bill 137 on third reading, final passage.
Question before us is the adoption of Senate Bill 137 on third reading and final passage. See no further discussion. Mr. Shebo, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Williams, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Williams votes no. Representative Van Beber, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Van Beber votes yes. Representative Soper, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Soper votes no. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative A. Valdez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative A. Valdez votes yes. Representative Hooten, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Hooten votes yes. Representative Michelson Janae, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Michelson Janae votes yes. Please close the machine. With 56 aye votes, 9 no votes, and 0 excuse, Senate Bill 137 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Shebo, please read the title to House Bill 1300.
House Bill 1300 by Representatives Carver and Doherty, also Senators Fields and Gardner, concerning local enforcement against human trafficking by allowing the adoption of local ordinances to prevent human trafficking-related offenses in illicit businesses represented as massage businesses.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move House Bill 1300 on third reading, final passage.
Question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1300 on third reading and final passage. See no further discussion. Mr. Shebo, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Williams, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Williams votes no. Representative Van Beber, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Van Beber votes yes. Representative Soper, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Soper votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative A. Valdez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative A. Valdez votes yes. Representative Hooten, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Hooten votes yes. Representative Michelson Janae, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Michelson Janae votes yes. Waldorf. Please close the machine. With 62 aye votes, 3 no votes, and 0 excused, House Bill 1300 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Representative A. Valdez, Ricks, Michelson Janae, Ortiz, Hooten, co-sponsor. Please close the machine. Mr. Shebo, please read the title of House Bill 1294.
House Bill 1294 by Representatives Michelson, Janae, and Young, also Senators Zenzinger and Gardner, concerning additional pathways to provide special education services to children with disabilities in charter schools.
Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move House Bill 1294 on third reading, final passage.
Question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1294 on third reading and final passage. See no further discussion. Mr. Shebo, please open the machine, and members, please proceed to vote. Representative Williams, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Williams votes yes. Representative Van Beber, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Van Beber votes yes. Representative Soper,
Yes.
how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Soper votes yes. Representative Ricks, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ricks votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Representative A. Valdez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative A. Valdez votes yes. Representative Hooten, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Hooten votes yes. Representative Michelson Janae, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Michelson Janae votes yes. Please close the machine. With 64 aye votes, 1 no vote, and 0 excused, House Bill 1294 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Representative Ortiz, Ricks, Hooten, co-sponsor. Please close the machine. Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to labor the balance of the calendar until tomorrow, March 30th.
Seeing no objection, the balance of the calendar will be laid over 1 day. That brings us to announcements and introductions. Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, upon adjournment, we will be breaking into our caucuses for discussion around the budget. The Democrats will be meeting in the old State Library, 271, and the Republicans will be in Alice B.A. in the Old State Museum. Thank you.
Further announcements and introductions. Seeing none, Majority Leader Escar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move the House stand in recess until later today.
Seeing no objection, the House will stand in recess till later today.